Oh, this guy's doing something! Hey! This guy's doing something! Come here!
All right, somebody just threw something at me, hit me in the back of the head.
Are you not going to get him? That's a try!
Somebody just hit me right in the back of the head.
The guy on the bike!
Get his picture, who threw that
That's a
can?
try! The guy on the bike!
Got a bike.
With a weapon!
Who threw the bike?
He's got a bike.
The guy on the bike down there.
Well, it happened, ladies and gentlemen. You may recall just last week I sat in this very same spot and I made a video showing you that there were threats being made towards myself online, being threatened with physical violence should I dare go down to Vancouver to cover another protest where people are protesting these lockdown measures, the shutting down of small and medium-sized businesses across BC and Canada and across the world. No, they said if I dare go and cover another one of these events, they would take it to the extent of causing physical harm against myself. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Now, I wasn't about to let some silly little threats online stop me from doing what I do at Press for Truth. So, of course, I went to this rally to continue to cover this very newsworthy event that is growing all over the world. And as you can see from the footage here, I found one clip of somebody who was live streaming at the time, and for the most part throughout the day I was surrounded by cameras all day. There's a documentary film crew following me around, there's a number of other people with cameras, and there was just one moment halfway through the march where I was separated from some of the people I was there with, and I found myself completely by myself, and that's when this person decided to launch their attack. Now, as you can see from the footage, again, this is somebody's live stream who just happened to capture it. You can see the individual on a bicycle here on the left as he approaches, and we're just going to go frame by frame here. Here's where you can see me on the right, and once he gets within about maybe 5 to 6 feet of me or so, maybe 4 or 5 feet, you can see he cocks his arm back, he extends, and boom, right there, makes the throw. We'll pull it back again. He cocks his arm back, boom, throws it directly at the back of my head, and thud, that's where it hits me. And then this coward hops on his bicycle and immediately flees the scene.
They won't take to it though. Oh, this guy's doing something! Hey! This guy's doing something! Come here!
All right, somebody just threw something at me, hit me in the back of the head.
Are you not going to get him? That's a try!
Somebody just hit me right in the back of the head.
The guy on the bike!
Who threw that can? Get his picture, who threw that
That's a
can?
try! The guy on the bike!
Got a bike.
With a weapon!
Who threw the bike?
He's got a bike.
The guy on the bike down there.
Now, some people in that live stream were saying that it was an empty can that was thrown at me, but that is definitely not possible because I felt the thud like it was getting punched in the back of the head. I'm wearing this thick toque, and I certainly felt that thud like it was a punch. So there's no way it was an empty can, but besides the point, even if it was just saliva, you know, even if he spit at me or something like that, it's still physical assault. But he actually went to the extent of throwing an object at the back of my head. Now, this just goes to show you how brainwashed these statists are, that they are willing to cause physical harm against someone who has a different opinion than them, someone who has a different idea, and someone who goes against the status quo of what the government is saying. Again, these are only suggestions here in BC. It's only a recommendation that you stay inside. And these statists are so brainwashed that they want to be a slave to the point where they're going to police other people to be more of a slave if they're not listening to the officials. It's just unbelievable that we've gotten to this point where people are willing to risk assault charges simply because I'm voicing a different opinion than they have. Now, as I said earlier, a lot of this was coming from this anti-hate group and the Students Against Bigotry, UBC Students Against Bigotry. Well, I found this thread here on Twitter, where it says, on Wednesday, we posted about the pro-infection anti-lockdown march planned for tomorrow, stating the importance of staying home. One of our lovely supporters replied with a joke about a super soaker full of cat pee, and the alt-right COVIDiots started freaking out. Susan Hitler-shamed Stanfield shared our page, accusing us of cat pee weaponry and stating falsely that we are known for misdemeanors. Meanwhile, Dan, quote, real journalism dicks, posted a YouTube video claiming, also falsely, that we plan violence and have made threats of physical assault against him and others. That's actually not false. You can see the thread for yourself, and I'll put a link into my video in question in the links in the description below so you can check that out for yourself. They go on. Poor Dan actually took a lot of time in that video to try to gaslight us into believing that the white power hand gesture flashed behind him at a previous rally is not, in fact, a white power hand gesture. Yes, well, imagine that. I dared to say that because somebody was flashing up a hand sign that could mean A-OK, could mean the Satanist 666, could mean this 4chan trolling campaign of white power, could mean all these things, doesn't mean I'm a white supremacist. So, hey, I'm glad you watched the video. Maybe you're learning something. And they finish it off here saying, so dear followers, we can't believe we actually have to say this, but here it goes. Please don't try to fill a water gun with cat urine and spray it at these tasteless side boobs tomorrow. We're staying home to play Cards Against Humanity, and you should too. Well, guess what, guys? They didn't take your advice. They decided to take the advice you gave the week before, and they decided to engage in physical violence against myself here at Press for Truth. Now again, I want to stress, guys, I'm not hurt. I didn't get any cuts or bumps. I just had a wicked headache throughout the rest of the day, but that was about it. So, you know, I'm not going to let this trouble me. I really just wanted to bring this to your attention today, guys, and let you know that this happened. Obviously, had I have been live streaming the event, you would have already known about this, but YouTube has issued a warning on my account saying that since I covered the last End the Lockdown rally, if I dare do it again, they're going to give me a strike on my channel and block me from being able to post for 7 days. So I didn't stream that event, and of course I end up getting physically attacked, but luckily somebody else was streaming and we caught the footage so you guys can see that, yeah, when they make threats like this, sometimes they actually carry through with it. But the important thing today for you to know is I'm not going to let that scare me. I'm not going to let these statist stooges put any kind of fear into my head when it comes to doing what I do at Press for Truth. In fact, if anything, this only empowers me to want to do this more, you know, to wake up people out there as to the clutches that the government has around your throat and can squeeze at any time, and you're sitting there letting them do it. We need to wake people up to what's truly going on in this world, guys. That's why I'm going to continue to do what I do despite the threats. I'm sure they will continue. They may even escalate to things being more physical. But again, I'm not going to let that stop me from bringing this information to you guys. If that's something you appreciate, guys, please click the thumbs up button. Share this video, get the information out there. That's one of the best ways that you can support this channel. If you want to financially support us, we need your help there too, because YouTube has completely demonetized this channel. So if you check the links in the description, you can find me on Patreon, you can find me on Subscribestar, you can find my Patreon alternative at pressfortruth.ca/donate. You can find our GoFundMe page. Please check it out, guys. This is getting real. I'm clearly over the target, but I'm not about to slow down. So just wanted to bring that to your attention, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.